Hello, I'm Bert Castro, President and CEO of the Phoenix Zoo. The Phoenix Zoo is a great recreational place. It's a wonderful place to bring your family. We want everybody to come to the zoo and have a wonderful time. But while you're here, we want you to learn about wildlife and learn about wild places. So the hope is that you come to the zoo, you have a great time with your family, and you walk away with a greater appreciation of wildlife and nature. 2022 is our 60th anniversary, and you might think we're a young zoo, and we actually are. If you look at zoos around the country, there are zoos that have been around for over 100 years. But it's interesting to note that the Phoenix Zoo is the most visited cultural attraction in Arizona. We get about 1.5 million people that come to our zoo every year. About 30% of those people are people from out of state. And we're just a great recreational experience, great place to come and visit. We're really excited to have the Lost Bird Project here at the Phoenix Zoo. Todd McGrain, who's a renowned artist and sculptor, is focusing on 5 species of birds that have gone extinct in the modern era. So we've got the great auk, we've got the passenger pigeon, we've got the Carolina parakeet, and the heath hen, these beautiful sculptures. It's a wonderful exhibit, and it really teaches us to remember about what has happened to some of these birds and other animals that have gone extinct, and to hopefully not do that again in the future. One of the greatest conservation programs we've been involved here happened about 60 years ago, and that's with the Arabian oryx. We were part of a consortium of conservation organizations that actually took the last few living Arabian oryx and brought them here to the Phoenix Zoo and started a very intense breeding program. And from that program, we created the mother herd, which was the herd of animals that actually got relocated back to the wild. So it's really the first species survival program ever in the history of zoos in the world. Well, this year we've had a bumper crop of black-footed ferrets. We've been involved with the black ferret program here for about 20 years. We had 27 ferret kits born this year, and we were actually able to introduce 13 ferrets back into the wild. The ferrets that are born here at the Phoenix Zoo have to go to a kind of a halfway house where they learn to be wild, and if they pass that course, they get released back into the wild. And we're very fortunate to be able to say that all our ferrets that were released this year are back now in the wild and thriving. We just recently brought in Chudy, the one-horned rhino. He's an enormous animal. He's about 7 years old. He's very active. He's become the talk of the town. You can find him on YouTube lifting trees and spinning around and jumping in his pool. So please come on out and see Chudy. He's hilarious. Another animal we have is Fernando the sloth. He's actually become very famous. He's on Cameo, and you can actually have Fernando virtually come to your birthday party or to a corporate event or even to a family get-together. When we were shut down during COVID, Fernando was able to raise over $10,000 for the zoo through the Cameo program. We're very happy to announce that we have a new baby Maasai giraffe. I'd say baby, but she's actually 6 foot tall, and we're looking forward to everyone coming out and seeing the new baby. We built a new restaurant here at the zoo, and it's quite large, and we noticed that we had a lot of walls to this restaurant, and we thought, why don't we try to do something fun and different and create an art gallery in the restaurant. The zoo, being an outside facility, is really a great place to come with your family. We sit on 125 acres. It's very open and very spacious. It's a lovely place to come out and have a wonderful time in a very natural setting.
Hi, I'm Bill Hammond. I'm a co-founder of WREN Brewing. I never would have done this myself. Drew was, as he always is, super confident. It was just the right people at the right time.
One of the inspirations for WREN was after I spent some time in Portland, Oregon, and I really fell in love with the neighborhood breweries.
There were a lot of people who thought we were crazy for choosing this location. At the time, it was in a poor state of repair.
We, really looked at a lot of properties to try to find something that had character. And driving home from Intel one day, I noticed this location and I thought, hey, that would actually make a great brewery. So I was telling Bill that we need to try to create as much as that community vibe as possible. We thought that the neighborhood deserved something cool like a local brewery.
I was always hoping I'd have a cool local brewery down the street from my house that I could that could be my place. I could go there all the time, and so I was super excited when this one opened up and just kind of got in at the ground level.
Here's the original brewery at WREN Brewing Company. This is where we started. It's our 10-barrel system, and over time we've expanded it, so the tanks have grown until we couldn't grow anymore. And so we recently purchased a production facility up in Prescott, where we do about 75% of our production.
We can make more beer quantity, which is great, and we've been selling to a lot more bars and restaurants. And we're even in some grocery stores now.
My name's Luke Wortendyke. I'm the head brewer at WREN Brewing Company. So as head brewer, my biggest concerns and my biggest tasks for what I do every day is just ensure that our quality and the way that we brew things is at the top tier, the highest level that we can be.
I'm probably the squeaky wheel in the brew house. I'm the voice of constantly let's try something new.
I really like trying the new ones. I mean, they come out with a new one almost every week, so I'm always down to try it.
For us, we want to create great beer, and we want to be nationally and internationally recognized for making great beer, because I think for us it's this communicating to our local community that, hey, we do make great beer, and we have some awards to prove it, sort of thing. So Great American Beer Festival is sort of like the Oscars of beer for U.S. breweries. So we first won a silver medal for our Valley beer, which is our American lager. I think a really hard style to perfect. It's really clean, there's nothing really to hide behind. And then following year, we won a gold medal for Spellbinder in the most competitive category there was.
Maybe the secret that people don't know is that we don't usually have a name when we start brewing a beer. So there's the creativity of creating the names and the labels, and then there's the creativity of making a beer recipe.
I'm pouring here our Spellbinder. It's one of our most popular beers. It's our hazy IPA. Features Citra hops and Mosaic.
I like the Spellbinder. I think it's a classic. It's hazy, it's juicy, and it just reminds me of being here and having a good time.
It's actually an easy convert for people who aren't into craft beer, and I think that's why Spellbinder has done so well for us. It's just so liked by everyone. We brew a huge variety of beers here. One of the ones I'm most happy about and is definitely a big seller for us is Valley beer. Valley beer is our American lager, which is light, drinkable, communal, and just best shared among friends. A lot of beers that we do brew here in Phoenix happen to be high alcohol beers that we actually rest in American whiskey, rye, bourbon barrels.
Our slogan is finally crafted beer with Arizona roots, and I think that's just true to everything we do. It's always about the quality of the product, and then we think about how does this relate to Arizona, and what sort of Arizona ingredients can we use, and not only that, where can we sell this beer in Arizona to support our local community.